Nothing left to do but self-destruct. That's right, friends. That's right, friends. You ready for this? Over there in the handstand, the over there. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We haven't started yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
You ready for whatever?
I'm ready for whatever.
You see that? That's the kind of support that, you know, a guy can really... It's really the kind of thing that, golly, makes you realize that it's Tuesday, 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 the day that time forgot. And I got the, perhaps you know what we should do. We should let the sunshine in. Come on. Hey, everybody over here. So let the sunshine in. So leave the sunshine out. Face it with a shout. Maybe we can figure out what this is all about. So keep the sunshine out. That's beyond a doubt. Something, something, something. Keep the sunshine out. It's not that I'm against sunshine. Now, you've heard me talk. Wintertime sunshine. It's my favorite sunshine. You know, it's about 25 degrees outside and the sun is just blazing. Yeah. That's my kind of sunshine, ladies and gentlemen. That's the kind of sunshine I can get behind. Cam and Pete! Ah, that's good Joe. That's very good Joe. Thanks, Ma. Is Ma out there? There's Rick Lewis. Good. Roland Birch. Cindy Clark is in the house. Bill Willem is commenting. Timmy Tra. Yeah. Rick, where's all the other Methowians? That's what I want to know. Where's all the Methowans? Well, they're all out. They're all out barbecuing, probably. Is it snowing over there, Rick? Probably not. Down there in the land of ports, we get one Gary Schulstad. Hey there. More about him later. Yeah, that's right, friends. Joseph Webb and Seattle Katie Molesky. That's a mouthful. Yeah, I think Joe and Kat should do it. Joe and Kat. Now, crucial moment here. Lori Trout. Holly Tuttle. That's good. Well, if anybody sees Lori, if she shows up later, tell her I gave her her usual Janine Box in the house. Getting to be a regular. We should probably start worrying about her. Where's that Val Sanford? That's a good one. And, oh, wait a minute. Hey, darling.
Yes?
Can you run downstairs for me real quick?
For what?
I need the thing that's sitting on top of the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
There's a thing sitting on top of the microwave that I forgot to bring up because I was busy doinking around. You know, I was busy. Well, what was I doing? I was, I had to prepare myself emotionally for what was to come, for this moment, this thing, which is a large... Should have had to bring me one more of these, too. Oh, well. That's okay. I'll be fine. Probably better off without it. Ann Landerholm Burke is in the house. Alice Abbott's in the house. I wonder if that means that Neil Woodall's in the house. Ooh, Diane's going to be glad to hear about that. That's excellent. I hope your internet stays... What?
It's not on the microwave.
Where is it?
I have no idea.
No, that's not okay. That's not okay, Diane. It's not there? Where'd I put it?
I don't know, but you've got quite
What?
you've got quite the line up here. It could have gone
I know,
lost.
but I got important. Where the heck did I put that? This is not okay. Where did I put it? Is it anywhere? Did you find it? I mean, did you look around in other spots down there? 'Cause
I did, but I'll look around a little bit
I'm
more.
sorry. Hi. A few technical difficulties here. I think we've lost our satellite hookup, is what I think it was. But it's kind of I know it's gotta be. What the heck did I do with it? Boy, that Lori Trout thing. I know it's not in this stack. All my stacks have been there long enough to where it would have been on top somewhere. Oh, this is quite embarrassing. This is. Wait a minute. Maybe it's down underneath this stuff. No, Bill. No, it's not there. It's not. Okay. Calling it. Well, I'll have to. I wanted to read you the note that came with this cup right here, which was sent by our friend Cindy Snyder, and her note was so perfect to describe the purpose, the reasoning that behind this cup. It's not down there.
That's it. Isn't
No,
it?
no. I'm not looking for. I'm looking for the literature. The literature, Diane. The hand wasn't sure what it was I was looking for, so it probably is still sitting on top of the microwave. But there's a reason. There is sound reasoning behind it, and here we are. It's 7:07. I'm still seeking the sound reasoning that will make sense of my life. That will pull all the little threads, the little strands of the whole warm up, the whole early bird special. If I find it laying around here, I'm going to be upset with myself. Well, that never happens, me being upset with myself. No, that's not it.
This
I know.
is.
There it
It was on
is.
the table.
It was on the table?
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry. So
it was the aerobic.
The
It was
aerobic
whole
hand.
aerobic thing, right?
Aerobic hand. You still smell fresh as a spring stream. An artesian. I wanted to read the note that Cindy sent because I thought it was so perfect. Hi, Bill. I apologize for surprising you with this, but I think it might be just the thing. You know you like mugs. So now, if you think you need to apologize for anything, all you have to do is hold up the mug. You see? I just thought that was perfect. I apologize for not including any coffee or spirits to go in the mug. I also apologize for not being able to find a mug that shows the bear playing a guitar. I also apologize for not really understanding why you apologize. I don't believe you owe any apologies to anyone. Have fun. Friends always, Cindy. That, people. Don't you think that was worth waiting for? That was worth reading? Yeah, I do. So what am I doing here? Well, this is show number 50. Number 50. We've been doing this for more than a year now. And so I thought I would change things up a little bit. In Open Arms, Nebraska, there's a little plywood shack with a river running down the wall from a ceiling crack. We used to stop there, going out or coming back, and we carved our initials in its history. Let me describe it, let me get it right. Make shadows in the corners out of candlelight. I'm so restless, and it's so quiet here tonight. Let me build a fire out of my memories. In Open Arms, Nebraska, lived a displaced city girl. She was East Coast, she was West Coast, she was out of this world. She was a dancer, and I loved to watch her twirl. And why we ever left is still a mystery. Let me describe her, let me get it right. Throw shadows on her curves made of candlelight. I'm so restless, and it's so quiet here tonight. Let me build a fire out of my memories. In Open Arms, Nebraska, there's a big old battered book containing all our stories and the times they took. You can see us there if you stop and take a look, though where we all are now is lost to history. Let me inscribe it, let me get it right. Illuminate the pages with candlelight. I'm so restless, and it's so quiet here tonight. Let me build a fire out of my memories. Let me inscribe it, let me get it right. Illuminate the pages with candlelight. I'm so restless, and it's so quiet here tonight. Let me build a fire out of my memories. Let me write the book of all my memories. Let me build a fire out of my memories. There you go. Candlelight. Thought I might start out with something, you know, not a stomper. String sounds funny. You hear that? That's my guitar. It sounds like there's something loose inside. Oh, it's the hand! The hand, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, wow. Wow, the hand. Check out the hand. Lean in if you want to wave it. There you go. The hand. Janine Boggs, Neil Woodall, and Alice Abbott are in the house. Welcome from Brownsville, Texas. Boy, oh boy, this is the amazing thing about this is that, you know, people can watch from pretty much anywhere if they, you know, have a mind to. Yeah. Joseph Webb and Kat are in the house. Yes, indeed. As is Katrina Knight, Chrissy Chesmore, Mark Kenny, Monica Holverstadt, Rick Lewis, Rochelle Hamill, Roland and Dorothy Burge, Holly Tuttle and Kim Nelson, Cindy Clark, Bridget Lacey, Val Sanford, Bill Woolham, Annie and Robert. Boy, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Westminster Basement Study Group. People are in the house. Trippy. I always do this. I always do that because that high E string is the only string on Woody that ever has broken during a performance. There you go. Okay. Well, I'm sorry it was a little slow getting underway tonight, but boy, I wanted to read that. I wanted to read that card from Cindy. I just thought that was so perfect. And did I apologize already? I'm supposed to do this. See, it's going to take me a while to learn the new motif, the new protocol. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. I used the wrong word. Yeah. See, that's saves a lot of wear and tear on the old apology circuit, because people get sick of that after a while. Right? Okay, we tried letting the sunshine in. That didn't work. Now the sun's staring in through the windows, and he's circling the house as he goes. And he's not trying to make any trouble, he's just doing his job, I suppose. And pain like a 3 a.m. phone call, the doctors say it's all in your head. And pain like a road map of Paris, with Quasimodo hiding under the bed. And it's the same sad story, with the same dead end. And if we don't want things to go down like that, then we'll have to work together again. We'll have to work together. Now the sun's staring in through the windows, and he's circling the house as he goes. And he's not trying to cause a commotion, he's just doing his job, I suppose. And you're waiting to be further disabled by torches and pitchforks and tar, with feathers driven down from Nebraska and chicken shit all over the car. And it's the same sad story with the same bad end. And if we don't want things to go down like that, then we'll have to work together again. We'll have to work together, put our heads together. Now the sun's staring in through the windows, and he's circling the house as he goes. And he's not trying to hurt anybody, he's just doing his job, I suppose. And you don't mean to sound so pathetic, but there's serious things to discuss, like how hatred has tainted the water, both outside and inside of us. And it's the same sad story with the same sad end. And if we don't want things to go down like that, then we'll have to work together again. Put our hearts together, remember how to work together. Ooh, up, up, up. And it's the same sad story with the same dead end. And if we don't want things to go down like that, then we'll have to work together again. Put our hands together, remember how to work together. Ooh, la 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 The sun in the windows. Yeah. Yeah. We can check on its progress maybe in a couple minutes. See the stripes. Oh, no, see the stripes move this way. They move this way at this time of day. Yeah, okay. Just getting to know my stripes, I want to know what's going on. Keep track of the whole atmospheric, type of situation. Joe and Kat and Gary down there. And then, where's that one that had the kick in? Oh, that was the mom mug one. Mom mug. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And a little bit of this over here. Just to kind of, keep things interesting. Balance, stimulants, Oh, the hand is back. The hand is back. Hand. Hi there. Thanks for the help earlier. I'm sorry if you had to run around the house. I didn't mean for that to happen. I'm absent-minded. Tim and Sherry Vernon. Oh my God, Julie Powell. Welcome back. Lori Trout is here. Lori, did you miss the toast? I've been toasting you every week with a little bit of something that's not Jägermeister. That's right. 32 people in the house currently. That's the latest count. How many people got anything better to do? I guess it's just an hour. Just an hour. 167 hours. Not that I'm, begrudging you your presence. No, I'm not. If I wasn't on this end, I'd be on that end. Quite possible that I would. Yes, friends. I went for a walk with my buddy Jim this morning. Yeah. Walking with Jim, looking at him. Walking with Jim wasn't very grim. See, I don't know how to do that. Now, if Jim was here, he'd be able to. Walking with Bill, feeling kind of ill, that kind of thing. He'd have it completely going on. That's his area. Yeah, I stay in my lane for the most part. But it was fun taking a walk with Jim this morning. Yeah, he came over. We headed out. He went around on my usual walk with me. It was fun. We got to talk about all kinds of stuff outside. I just wanted to mention that because it was fun. It was, it was actual person-to-person human contact, although I don't think there was much touching going on. We didn't do the big bear hug, the big guy hug, where you slam the guy in the back. You give him one of these, That's what guys do. Don't ask me why. I'm not responsible. I didn't make it up. I'm just following the rules, Little boy red, little boy rocket, little Mr. Blister with the smile so wide. Little joy eyes, little hazel pockets, little Mr. just the right size. Little boy, love to see you in the kitchen. You running round in circles like a lost cartoon, talking to yourself and talking to your sister about the Lone Ranger and the moon. Can I have a sucker? Can I have a sandwich? Peanut butter mustard is my favorite kind. I can cut the bread and I can put the stuff on it, and I can take it all outside. Little boy, love, I see you in the front yard, running round in circles like a wild baboon, talking to the trees and talking to the bushes about the Lone Ranger and the moon. Little Mr. Man, Mr. Personality, little Mr. Underwear outside your pants. When you grow up, you'll be a superhero, 'cause only superheroes get to dance. Little boy love, I see you in your bedroom, loving up a teddy bear until she swoons. Then you lie back and start to tell a story about the Lone Ranger in the moon. Daddy's far away now, but he'll be home soon. Daddy's down in Texas, but he's thinking of you. Little boy love, I see you in the kitchen. You running round in circles like a lost cartoon. Let me tell you this, when I was down in Texas, I saw the Lone Ranger in the moon. Little boy love, I see you in my good dream, running round the circle like a favorite tune. Maybe next summer we'll both go down to Texas and meet the Lone Ranger in the moon. Maybe next summer we'll both go down to Texas and meet the Lone Ranger in the moon. Yeah, that little boy's 27 now. That was written down in Kerrville, Texas. Summer of 1999. It was probably about this time of year. It was Memorial Day weekend, or the week after Memorial Day weekend of 1999. I wrote that song. Yeah. I like pulling it out because my son James is 5 years old in it. It's like a snapshot. It's like a home movie. It's good having some of those home movies to look back on. Yep, and the hand just snuck in here. She snuck in here. She slid under. What the heck? Sandy Swayze's here. Steve Niebel is in the house. Hello, Steve. Hope that means Christy's with you. You have a new fan. Joe and Kat's Uncle P from Seattle. Uncle P from Seattle. Welcome, Uncle P. Fabulous. Fabulous. Glad you're here. I hope Joe and Kat are showing you a good time there in Alabama. Is this your first time in Alabama? Mine too. Actually, no, I've been down. I've been coming down there every Tuesday. It's weird. So what do I want to do? I got my list here, you know. I was looking it over earlier today. I was saying, gee, a lot of these are kind of mid-tempo and kind of, you know, serious songs, you know. And I thought, that's okay. You know, we got a relationship here. I don't have to be Mr. Yippee Skippy all the time, do I? I do? Well, I may have to rethink this entire situation over here then. Well, I want to play some of these. I want to play one for Bridget, since she's here. Raise your heart from the floor of death to a lasting picture, to the final breath. The way she turned when the lamp was lit, to how you stood by and weathered it. We fall together when we fall apart. Is there a reason to raise your heart? Raise your heart. Raise your heart from the aching day to autumn's colors as they blow away. From blowing pages, spinning clocks, the fall of water onto fallen rocks. They fall together when they fall apart. To each a season, So raise your heart, raise your heart. Raise your heart from a cage of bone to a breakfast table where you're not alone. From passion's moment, a wealth of blood, a tear of feeling, and then a flood. It falls together when it falls apart, each new beginning. So raise your heart, raise your heart. It falls together when it falls apart, this new beginning. So raise your heart, raise your heart. There you go. That one was for Bridget. Okay. Ready for some fun? Ready for some fun? That's right, friends. Let me grab my stump over here. Yeah. Got some fun this week. Got some fun. Yeah. I made a discovery this week. And I want to tell you all about it. That's what I want to do. I want to tell you all about it. Now, you've heard me talk about the poet Ron Kirchie, right? Now, I was online. I was looking for more Ron Kirchie. I wanted some more Ron Kirchie because I was in the mood. I wanted that kind of uplift. Ron Kirchie is like, I compare him somehow with Billy Collins, but I don't know. Ron Kirchie is different. Did I happen to mention that this would be the poetry break? Poetry break. It's the mind, people. You don't mind the mind, do you? Anyway, looking for more Ron Kirchie, and I happened to notice these two books. There's one called Shakespeare Bats Cleanup, and there's one called Shakespeare Makes the Playoffs. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And they're listed as young adult novels. Young adult novels. I was like, Ron Kirchie writes young adult fiction? Oh, man. You know, I like some young adult fiction from time to time. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a stab at this. Just because I was jonesing for some more Ron Kirchie. So I ordered these two books. And I'll tell you what it says on the front here. What happens when a straight-talking first baseman takes a swing at writing poetry? This young adult fiction is a book of poems. It is a book of poems, but it tells a story. Yeah. At 14, Kevin Boland is a straight-talking MVP first baseman and can't tell a ballad from a salad. But when he is diagnosed with mono and is forced to spend months at home recuperating, Kevin secretly borrows his father's poetry book and starts writing just to pass the time. Yeah. Shakespeare Bats Cleanup. So I'm just going to read you the beginning of Shakespeare Bats Cleanup, and then you can take it from there. But I'll tell you, it's gripping, and it is such an amazing way to tell a story. From a 14-year-old boy's perspective, having once been a 14-year-old boy. Yes, I was once. There's some people here in the crowd who knew that guy. Yeah. So I just thought this was just a beautiful way not only of exploring possibilities in poetry, but of telling a great story. So it starts like this. This is like the epigraph. Their pitcher walks our leadoff man. Greg moves him up from second with a perfect sacrifice. Fabian loops one into right. I'm up. 2 on, 1 out. I'm the cleanup man. My job is to bring those guys home. I take a pitch, foul one off, take a strike. Their left fielder drifts in. Bam! I lift one right over his head. A double. 2-run score. I slide into second. Safe. That's what I was thinking anyway, propped up in bed with some dumb book. Then Dad comes in and says, the doctor called. Your test came back. You've got mono. So I can't play ball? He pats my knee. You can't even go to school, Kevin. You need to take it really easy. He hands me a journal, one of those marbly black and white ones he likes. You're going to have a lot of time on your hands. Maybe you'll feel like writing something down. And so it begins. In bed. Being sick is like taking a trip, isn't it? Going to another country, sort of. A country nobody wants to visit. A country named Fever Town, or Virusburg, or Germ Corners. The border guards are glum-looking with runny noses and pasty skin. Their uniforms don't fit and flap open in the back so you can see their big, ugly butts. Nobody wants to go there, but everybody does, sooner or later. And some stay. Pressure. Dad's never talked to me about writing before. He's not nuts to have me be just like him. Len Boggs has a dad like that. It's been Boggs and Son ever since Lenny was about 2 seconds old. They're plumbers. Got clogs? Call Boggs. Don't laugh. Their vans are all over the place. They're rich. And Len hates it. Lenny's 14, like me. He doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. Maybe go into the Marines, maybe play the cello. But he for sure doesn't want to be a plumber. His dad is already on his case, writing him about it. I think mine's just trying to be nice. That's right, Janine. Boggs Plumbing. Got clogs? Call Boggs. Home alone. Well, not exactly. Dad's here. That's why we don't have to get somebody to come in and take care of me. First of all, I don't need much care. I sleep all the time, or at least it feels that way. Dad works at home. He and I pass each other in the hall. I in my sweats, he in his cap. When I was little and I got sick, Mom used to read to me. Thinking about that's not going to help. Inquiring minds want to know. Why am I writing down the middle of the page? It kind of looks like poetry, but no way is it poetry. It's just stuff. So I tiptoe into the den and cop this book of Dad's. It feels weird smuggling something about poetry up into my room like it's a new penthouse. But I don't want Dad to know that what I'm doing yet, even though I'm not doing anything. Not really. I'm just going to fool around a little, see what's what poetry-wise. Let's see. I used to be a pretty good first baseman. I'm tall and limber. With 1 foot on the bag, I can really stretch. Somebody hits one right back to the pitcher, he can just about hand it to me. For double plays, it's Walker, Jennings, Boland, short, second, first. How many times did we practice that? About 1 million. Coach hits one to Walker, he flips to Jennings, who burns one down to me. Over and over so we don't think about it, so it's automatic. No foot on the bag, eye on the ball stuff. Thinking doesn't help. Thinking gets in the way. Man, a good double play is beautiful. That's mostly what I miss, being part of something beautiful. I know, guys don't talk about stuff like that. But this is between me and my journal. Mononucleosis. This can't be just plain mono. It's got to be mononucleosis. I've got big circles under my eyes, I'm skinnier than ever, and I still have to wear my retainer. There's a personal ad for you. Drab, emaciated teen with overbite wants to meet pretty much anybody. Dad brought home an LA Weekly the other day, and I was checking out those personal ads in the back. Everybody wants to take long walks on the beach. What is it about that? I'm surprised Pamela Anderson can get to the water. There's so many people walking hand in hand in the sand. For the record, my name is Kevin Boland. I live in Los Angeles, a suburb actually. I'm 14 years old, I love baseball, and I haven't got a girlfriend. I'm just writing because I'm bored. Thank God nobody's going to read it. My dad's a real writer. Picture this. There's a nuclear blast or some humongous tidal wave. Somebody in a hazmat suit finds a novel of my dad's lying on a slightly radioactive beach. His big, fat, gloved fingers turn the pages. He's got things to do, survivors to look for, but he starts to read. He's riveted. He can't put it down. Gone in 60 seconds. I had a girlfriend a few months ago named Sherry Toy. This is an 8th grade romance, okay? Which means X tells Y she likes me. I tell Y to tell X I like her too. Then we start sneaking looks at each other. Y carries notes for us. Romeo and Juliet we're not. No, meet me in the crypt near midnight. I'll be holding a torch. Beware the white owl. Y just shuttles these notes back and forth, and eventually Sherry and I end up face to face. I stand there staring at her lip gloss. She's looking everywhere but at me, so finally I blurt, "Why do you like me?" Sherry frowns. She pouts while she thinks. Her perfect forehead gets one little crease while she searches for the answer. Eventually she says, "Gee, I don't know." And that's it. End of romance. Confession. I liked Sherry Toy because she liked me first. Let's see, where are we at here? Here we go. I was looking out the window at the streets of Wellville, which I had when I had this thought. Guys who drive convertibles look like guys who ought to drive convertibles. If I had the money and if I was old enough, I couldn't buy one. They wouldn't sell me one. I'd be against some convertible law. "Oh no," they'd say, "not with that retainer, not with that hair. We're sorry. Come back when you're better looking." Remember why? That girl in my class who passed notes back and forth for Sherry Toy and me? Her name is Cassie Andrews, and she's cute. She's got fast hair, short and slicked back on the sides like she's standing in a breeze. When Greg came by, he said the word is Cassie was thinking about liking me. But not anymore, because I'm contagious. Oh, who cares? When I get well, I'm going to concentrate on baseball. Nothing but baseball. Since I'm in bed so much, I spent a lot of time in the past. Reverie, my dad says. I think about Mom, how she'd bring me toast and juice and books, how she'd feel my forehead, and even, I was too old for this, but I liked it anyhow, kiss me goodnight. Dad worries about me, I know that, but he's a guy. We're both guys. "How you doing?" "I'm okay." "Don't overdo it." "I won't." It's not the same. Why I watch the History Channel. I used to follow the Dodgers and the Angels. They're sort of local, home teams, but I watched everybody. I knew ERAs, home runs this month, and who's on the DL. Not anymore. There's something depressing about seeing guys who do what I can't. Dad says it's because Dad says it's just being sick, and when I get better, I'll feel different. Maybe. But what if I never get totally better? What if I could never play baseball again? Then what? Right after Christmas. I had a girlfriend named Rhonda Yu. She was cool. She was cute. She was nice. She made out when it was time to make out. I got tired of her. I don't like writing this down. It makes me feel creepy and like some kind of lowlife. But aren't you supposed to be true to thine own self? I had to call her at 7:20. We had to go out with at least one other couple. I had to eat lunch with her. I had to carry her tray. When I went up to bat, I had to look over at her before every pitch. The funny thing is, when we did break up, she said, "It's because I'm Chinese, isn't it?" Under construction. I'm kind of like a baseball diamond with the grass mowed and the chalk lines laid down, but there's no game. Wait, That's not a very good simile. Actually, I'm more like a house that was nice once and then had a fire or something. Now it's being fixed up from the inside out. Yeah, that's better. My blood is getting more nuclei. My spleen is shrinking. My throat is like it used to be. But I'm not really involved. It's being done by independent contractors. Yeah. Lengthy reverie. When my buddies and I, 8 of us, counting our girlfriends, would go to the movies, at the mall, we had the most fun when it was Dad's turn to drive. Greg's father always had a couple of drinks. Mark's acted like he was hauling swine. And Fabian's mom asked us to look for eligible men, if you can believe that. Dad's Jeep is big, but we still had to put a couple of kids all the way in the back and squish everybody together, which was great. And Dad played the radio loud, even if it was an oldies station. Inside the theater, we'd sit 4 in back, 4 in front, so we could talk, and if we wanted, and pass junk food back and forth. Waiting for Dad to pick us up after, we'd all watch older guys and their cars go by with girls draped all over them. Then in Dad's car with the girls, our girls would do that a little too, practicing to be 16. Then we'd go to 13 Flavors. Dad always bought stuff for everybody. We'd spread out a little then. Maybe Rhonda and I'd go upstairs and Fabian and Naomi or outside by themselves or watch the gold line clatter past. There's a nursing home a couple of blocks away, and sometimes old people would get wheeled down. You know those rooms in the Natural History Museum where man goes from this hulking hairball with a bad posture through a lot of different stages and ends up wearing green pants and holding golf clubs? Well, 13 Flavors was kind of like that. A new mom with a baby at one end, an old lady in a wheelchair at the other, and the rest of us somewhere in between. Rhonda didn't like old people. Neither did Greg. They say they smelled. But my dad always ended up next to somebody really old, and he'd get them talking. It was actually kind of amazing. One minute there's this grandma type with pink runny eyes, kind of propped up by her attendant, and the next she's got her hand on Dad's arm and her eyes are bright, and she's telling him her life story. He always says, "I'm a writer. I'm going to steal this." And they almost always say something like, "Oh, good." I'm a writer. That's a cool thing to say. I don't mean I am, but I'm not a baseball player either. Not anymore. Pantoum for Mom. She always used to sing standing over the sink. She'd splash water and suds after taking off her rings. Standing over the sink was her time to be alone. After taking off her rings, Dad and I upstairs or outside. She needed time to be alone. Clients, husband, a boy like me. Dad and I upstairs or outside. She tuned the radio to 106.3. Clients, husband, a boy like me, who used to tramp in mud. She tuned the radio to 106.3. Diagnosis? Dark, angry blood. Who used to tramp in mud? I did, but not on purpose. Diagnosis? Dark, angry blood. Months to live, then weeks, then days. Just not a very good Pantoum for Mom. Man, I almost cried writing that thing. Poor little sick boy starts weeping. You know what kept me from leaking all over the page? Sticking to the rules about what rhymes with what and how 2 lines from one stanza turn into 2 lines in the next. It's funny, if I let myself go and wrote about her getting sick, all I do is whine. Instead, I made something semi-good. Mom would have liked it. Shoot, when I was little, I made this mug at YMCA camp, and even I knew it looked like it came out of a buffalo's behind and then he stepped on it. But it meant, "You're a great mom." She knew that. She even kept it out where people could see it. Well, nobody will see this Pantoum, but it means the same thing. You're a great mom. You were a great mom. And it goes on from there. Shakespeare bats cleanup, followed by Shakespeare makes the playoffs, which continues the story. 2 books of poetry that just blew my mind this week. Thank you for indulging me in that. Here endeth the reading. Stomp. Yep. Things are starting to tighten up in the old bod, which is what they do about this time of year. How's everybody doing? There's still people here? Cool. Rochelle's still here. Bridget's still here. Janine's still here. Holly Tuttle's still here. Bill Willem's still here. Good. Did you know about that Ron Kirchie wrote that stuff? It's just amazing. Just amazing. What a great, I was thinking, if somebody had handed me that book when I was in middle school and say, here's some poetry. And I would have just started reading it innocently and then fallen into it. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't appeal to a 14-year-old boy, but man, sure turned on this 63-year-old boy. Right? He will learn how to compromise. He will grieve his ideals. Tip a glass to the memory. And he'll know, and he'll know that what took his sister's life just last July was as casual as breathing is to you and I, and that accidental angels get their wings going off the road into a ravine. You're alive, and that's enough for me. We're in love, and that's the gravy. Tip a glass to solidity. And I know, and I know that his picture still hangs somewhere in your mind, and that suitcase in the closet is still undefined, and that time and feelings steer toward the mysteries going off the road to a ravine. He will learn how to compromise. He will grieve
his ideal. Tip a glass to the memories, and he'll know, and he'll know that what took his sister's life just last July was as casual as breathing is to you and I, and that accidental angels get their wings going off the road and into a ravine. Off the road.
That's called Ravine. Yeah. Yeah. That's from Lifelike. Yeah, I think Val likes that album. She's the one. Ah, goodness gracious, people. Yes, sir. The sanctuary polishing brass, Jesus at the window, he's captured in glass. I'm lacing up my sneakers, packing up my things, gotta hit the road before the doorbell rings. God loves civil disobedience, God lends a helping hand. He's there at my ear when the time comes to take a stand. He says, oi, but the crazy lamb, man. Well, I tried to write my senator, tried to write the press, but no one seems to listen until you make a mess. I contemplated terrorism, threw that away. I don't want to hurt nobody now, I just want my say. God loves civil disobedience, God had some trouble too. He's there at my ear when I can't think of nothing to do. He says, boy, I got a job for you. It's a burning bush, it's a burning tree. Ralph is standing there and he's looking at me. Says, I'll write it down if you'll take it to town. We got a mission, we got permission. Yeah, well, I never burned a building, I don't sink ships. I got a can of spray paint and a good set of lips. I shout from the rooftop, paint on them too, so when the bombers fly over, they know who to screw. God loves civil disobedience, God lends a helping hand. There at my ear when the time comes to take a stand. He says, oi, but the crazy land you got here, you call it American? Hey, hey, hey. God loves civil disobedience, God had some trouble too. He's there at my ear when I can't think of nothing to do. He says, boy, I got a job for you. Yes, you, yes, you, and you, and you. God loves civil disobedience, God loves civil disobedience, God loves civil disobedience. Say, oh, God loves civil disobedience. Say, oh, God, oh, God. Say, oh. Semi-classic. 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 Hey, kids! Let's gather around the old ICU 2 TV set, shall we? We've got some birthdays to talk about. That's right, friends. Birthdays. Right here in the treehouse. Treehouse birthdays for this week, starting right here, right now, this very day. We've got Roseanne Olsen is having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Roseanne. Ty Sean, great singer-songwriter who I met a couple of years ago, having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Ty. And Jody Brady, also having a birthday today, right here, right now. Even as we speak, they're probably celebrating. They're probably hoisting a nice glass of what I just spilled on the floor. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Jasa Papillon, who I know from my doctor's office, great friend, friends of friends, the crossing lines of interaction. Jasa, happy birthday tomorrow. Also, Daniel Fowler is having a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Dan Fowler. On Thursday, Laura Clark is having a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday to Laura. And also, Eugenia Stopp is having a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday, Eugenia. On Friday, Shaylee Murphy. Shaylee Murphy, daughter of Kelly and Mary, who are sometimes drop by the treehouse. They're usually late, though. They're usually out walking. And they watch the treehouse while they walk, and then they walk into trees and stop signs. It's not pretty, and yet they still do it. I don't understand it. But anyway, their youngest, Shaylee, is having a birthday on Friday, as is another person who has stopped by the treehouse from time to time from Chelan, Washington, Mr. Carl Word. Yes, sportscaster for KOZI, Cozy Radio Lake Chelan. On Saturday, stop the presses. Stop the presses, people. Saturday, Mr. Gary Shilstead, brother of the hand. Yes, I don't know what appendage he actually is, but he is the brother of the hand. He's not the foot, because I'm the foot. Anyway, he's having a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Gary. Also on Saturday, Sharon Swayze Pritchard is having a birthday on Saturday. Known Sharon forever and ever. Sandy, I think her sister, is in the house tonight. Happy birthday to Sharon. Sandy, tell her I wished her a happy birthday, even though she doesn't come to the treehouse. Tell her I'm pissed about that she doesn't come to the treehouse, but, happy birthday anyway. Yeah. Bob Encock also having a birthday on Saturday. On Sunday, from the fabulous Couth Buzzard bookstore, Ms. Sarah Depp is having her birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Sarah. As is Mr. Mark Filler, one of the great drummers, percussionists in our area. Mark Filler, old Victory Music buddy, is having his birthday on Sunday as well. Happy birthday, Mark. On Monday, I was mentioning Jasa earlier. Well, Cynthia Center, who is my primary care physician, is having her birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Cynthia. As is old first student buddy Donnie Counts is having his birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Donnie. There you have it. If I've missed anybody, it's because the intelligence has not come through, the various wires and things that all exist. They're just right here, right about just past where you don't get to see all the inner workings of the fabulous Vitamin Audio studios here. The palatial Vitamin Audio studios. Yeah, we're planning on getting some work done around the place. It might be slightly more fabulous after that. But in the meantime, Mark Kinney is checking it out. He's going up there. Yeah, that can only mean one of a few things, right? Yes. It's the other one. It's the other one, Mark, because this song remains one of my favorites, written for, of course, Diane the Hand Shilstead, younger sister of the aforementioned Gary Shilstead. I will leave you with this one tonight. Sorry we got a little late start because of the... but I'm not sorry that I got to read Cindy's note, because that was getting that cup and reading what it was for. For a while I'll be apologizing and then remembering that I'm just supposed to pick up the cup instead of apologizing. It's going to be that way for a while. Give me some time, Cindy. I'll get into it. I'm working on it. Okay? All right. Will You Come Away, this is called. always wanted to write a traditional folk song, right? But, as a contemporary person still living, it's hard to write a traditional folk song, right? What I picture is that 400 years from now, some guy is going to discover some kind of ancient equipment by which he can hook in some kind of this other kind of thing, this weird-looking pluggy thing, and he'll turn it on, and there'll be Treehouse Concert number 50. And he'll be looking at it going, and he'll be frightened at first, as people from the future will be when they look at us. They'll be frightened. They'll be like, look, what is this? Who are these? What are these? Are those people? Is that what we used to look like? And then he'll hear this song and he'll think, hey, that's like an old traditional folk song. I should learn that. So 400 years from now, this is going to be a big hit. I can just feel it. Feel it in the cosmos. Okay. I'll shut up now.
And will you come away with me, oh Diane, my darling? Will you come away with me to lie on the verge of the salty sea, and to know it's where we're meant to be, oh Diane, my darling? And shall I wear a suit of black, oh Diane, my darling? And shall I wear a suit of black to walk with the friends who won't come back, and to finally make my peace with that, oh Diane, my darling? And will they dig a proper grave, oh Diane, my darling? And will they dig a proper grave near to the drum of the breaking wave? And will the grandkids all behave, oh Diane, my darling? And will they sing a song I wrote, oh Diane, my darling? Will they sing a song I wrote they found in the pocket of a threadbare coat, and then fold it up into a paper boat, oh Diane, my darling? And will they shed a grateful tear, oh Diane, my darling? And will they shed a grateful tear for the rough old sea that brought us here, and then raise a glass to the coming year, oh Diane, my darling? And will you come away with me, oh Diane, my darling? And will you come away with me to lie on the verge of the salty sea, and to know it's where we're meant to be, oh Diane, my darling?
There you go, folks. There you go. Well, another hour in the treehouse. Number 50. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Did we think it would go on this long? Maybe the treehouse, but not the isolation times. But we're all okay, right? We're not... It's like we've been crazy and now we're halfway back again, Where are you going? Crazy. You want to come? Been there. Come most of the way back. New dynamics have arisen. Things have been revised somewhat. Hopefully some of the revisions will stick. Some of them, we just as soon go back to the way things were. So, let's continue together as best we can and see what happens next. Yeah, Treehouse Concert number 51. I got a feeling. If I can remember how to count. If I haven't lost count, I may have lost count. Regardless of that. Regardless, we will be here next week waiting for you. Holding the door open, I'll put a little wedge of wood in there so you don't have to pay the cover charge. Yeah. I'll sneak you in the back. We'll work it out. It'll be fine. Bring friends. What do you say? Bring a picnic. You can do this al fresco, Yeah. Get the sun so it shines right on the screen so your friends don't have to look. They can just listen. It'll be good. All right. Thank you once again for all that this does for me. I cannot thank you enough. Okay. See you next week.